Alright, everybody. Hello. So, I'm just providing an update again. So, I'm moving these lines real time because there was a very big shift in the price. And so, every time that happens, I have decided to update. Okay, so you know that there was these couple of days there was a big shift in the price. So I believed I did not change the targets at that time, the averages, but then we had another shift yesterday. It just continued up. So I wanted to show what the updated points look like. That was about 90 pip shift up. So a couple of things I wanted to note here is that using horizontal support and resistance and using that, in other words, polarities, to create stop losses and using your stop losses effectively. It's like a conversation I had with the trader was instead of dollar cost averaging, that is one strategy that people may have, but I don't necessarily believe in dollar cost averaging because the price could continue moving up into these, these weekly or monthly targets. It could just decide to do that and never come back, retrace to these shorter targets that we have. And the reason, for example, is if we have, you could see this, it did that here. So if we had some average that was up here and I was waiting to target it, then, price kept falling during this time. So I think it is better to trade through the through your losses and through the stats of your stops than it is to hold on to those trades and use dollar cost averaging. Now, some traders don't believe in that, don't think that's true, but I think for convenience, for the sake of convenience, that there's no problem with it. There are different strategies, different methods to trade, and that's one that is the way that I think is worth adopting. So I've yet to see if these basically, as I said, I'll just keep running through this until these averages are hit on this lower side. But we did have the price move up about 90 pips more in the uptrend, so it still is in an uptrend apparently. We've got about a 400 pip drop to the lowest averages, time frame averages. So that's essentially what I want to show here, is that now we've got the first open position that I initially put on is now at the daily average. So but I do have another position here, and I'm going to put in I'm just going to put in another order for only a tenth of a lot this time. Okay, and actually don't have enough money, so looks like I'm just holding on into to hit these I guess all I can do right now is hold on and to hit these averages. I don't even have enough money to enter even a tenth of a lot, so we'll see what happens. But the average is here, and so I wanted to show that. Let's see what we have with the yen. Well, the yen does appear to be going up better, more to the making progress towards the eliminating that drawdown. Yeah, and so I also wanted to show that the momentum on at least the H1 and the 4-hour is has been overbought, very seriously overbought for a long time, and this is highly irregular for it to do that. So this is not this is a point in time right now where it's highly irregular for it to be this overbought. It should have changed at about this position where it was expected to change, but at this, you can see it's been trending as far as overbought. So for some reason there's been a very high trend, an overbought trend that hasn't resolved itself. and on the H4 it's just entering in overbought, and just finished a period of trending on oversold. You can tell that it was overselling for quite a while on the H4, and then resolved that at this point. So see if this turns around. If it does, we've got about 400 pips to drop here. The daily would be it has to at least this is the new take profit. This would be the first take profit here. Is about 300 pips away, and so that would make this current order a break even. But I'm going to put it down at this level here. I'm going to put both of them down at this level, and I'll possibly take one here to make sure that I take this order at this level, and then this sell will be I'll risk a little more to take it at this level. So for the USD JPY, yes, what we have here on the USD JPY is the opposite of from the euro. We have some upward targets that it can average out to, the short-term average upward targets, and then on the long term we have the targets on the lower side. So this is the longest side, that's the monthly and weekly. So you can see that it's inverted from the euro dollar. So on this daily it looks like it's trending up, and it looks like it's on its way. Actually, it has turned and it's on its way to hit these this H1 average, and the ones above it is the H4 and the daily. So those are very thick targets, very long range targets, H1, H4, and daily, and that's exactly what I do it on the time scale. Anything above this is selling. So but like I said, it is harder to average out profit from or to grow your profit curve, your balance, from using stops, and getting profit, having profit recover the stop hits and growing your balance that way, than it is to dollar cost average and not use stops and buy low and sell high, which would be someone's strategy. You could use a lot of money to average into positions, buy low and sell high, that you don't have to worry about stops, but you'd have to use very little money for a very large balance. So that's not what I did. I used one standard lot per $10,000, and you can see I have 3 standard lots for currently $8,000. So I'm very highly overleveraged. I'm using a lot of money to control positions, but it seems that this is going into the shorter term targets right now for the UJ. So this is already, in other words, the UJ is already turned around, and so this is an M5, an M15, and that's an H1. So now I just set these lines, so hopefully it doesn't need to go in to rebalance at these first, doesn't choose to rebalance at those levels first, but these are the targets that I'm looking for. So, and it does look like it is still in that trend. So that's about 200 and 360 pips for the UJ. So 360 is what I'm looking for the drop here. That's exactly 380 pips. So as far as an inverse momentum, inverse move, you can see that the trend here for the momentum trend is still trending up for this momentum, but it is overbought. It's trending into overbought. So hopefully this will peak soon. Hopefully it's already at its peak, and it is currently the second trading day of the week, I think. So we have 3 more trading days to go. We're in the 3rd trading day today, so hopefully this will be the Wednesday will be the reverse into this profit area. So that's it for today. That's it for now. So next time when I do these trades, I'll use polarities, horizontal polarities, which are support and resistance points for the stops, and then I'll show how I will use this as the bias. So in other words, I'll use polarities as stops, but I'll only enter in the direction sell or buy into the direction of the bias. So this would be sell. So in this situation, I would only take sells and sell orders to this as the targets, and then use the polarities as stops. So polarities would have hit a few times in this scenario, and because I only would have used sells to hit this target. So let's see how this plays out for the next few days.